Thanks to Babbel, a language learning app, for supporting this episode. If you're interested in growing your language skills, SciShow viewers get up to 65% off with a 20-day money-back guarantee when you use our link. If you map out the food web of an ecosystem and figure out what eats what, you'll find a lot of critters are scavengers to some degree. Creatures like opossums, raccoons, and coyotes will not turn down a readily available meal, like roadkill, a dumpster of rotting food. The world is their buffet. Except, research suggests that scavengers are also pretty picky about what they're eating, especially regarding the kind of meat they're dining on, because even though that vulture might have its beak stuffed with a pile of roadkill, it has standards. And these new findings are helping scientists learn that the world of scavenging is much more nuanced than they thought. Most studies on meat-eating scavengers have involved setting out the bodies of dead herbivores or plant eaters as bait. Rarely has research focused on how scavengers respond when they're presented with animal carcasses from higher up on the food chain, with animals that eat other animals as opposed to plants. But as the field continues to grow, researchers have branched out. For instance, in a 2022 study from the University of Georgia, researchers learned more about how meat-eating scavengers respond when they're given a bit of a menu. They set out chicken, duck, and 2 species of vulture carcasses in the wild and used remote cameras to see who stopped by. In the end, their dinner guests included coyotes, opossums, raccoons, and vultures. And the researchers found that these scavengers preferred the chicken and ducks. They left the vultures relatively untouched by comparison. This suggests that meat-eating scavengers are particular about what their dinner was dining on before it died, and that pickiness may be to help keep them safe from disease. For instance, vultures feed exclusively on dead animals, so they may carry more transmissible diseases than other carrion. But even more generally, researchers believe that it might just be riskier for a meat eater to eat another meat eater. Since those animals are often closely related, it's possible that diseases could spread more easily between them. So if a coyote eats a dead raccoon, it could be more likely to pick up a disease that would make them sick. And to that end, scavengers also tend to steer clear of cannibalism altogether. This is thought to be so that they can avoid picking up any parasites that easily spread among members of their own species. To be fair, the researchers did find that some of the vultures they observed visited the chicken and the vulture carcasses equally, but the team suggests that these birds were immature and hadn't learned what was best for them to eat yet. Like a little toddler who will just shove anything into their mouth. Now, the pickiness of scavengers might not just benefit them. After all, by eating dead animals, they help keep diseases from spreading through an ecosystem. And by avoiding the carnivore carcasses, scavengers can help with the cleanup while keeping themselves safe. But you might have noticed that there aren't just like piles and piles of vulture carcasses sitting around either, so someone has to be cleaning those up. A lot of that work is being done by scavenging insects and microbes that work to break down and decompose the carcass. These creatures help clean up what other creatures don't want to eat. And they are hard at work on pretty much every carcass, even while scavengers are munching on them. They're just harder to notice because they operate at a much slower pace. We're talking on the scale of several weeks to months, depending on the environment, versus a vulture that might finish chowing down in a few days. But despite being little, they are getting the job done, and decomposers are providing important nutrients for the entire ecosystem along the way. Like, since most scavengers don't care for vulture carcasses, those precious nutrients would otherwise go to waste. But insects are happy to chow down on them, and plenty of creatures are happy to eat insects, so the flow of nutrients in the food web continues. Overall, a 2011 study found that scavenging is seriously underestimated in food web studies. When it's appropriately accounted for, the process moves 124 times more energy through a food web than predation alone. So as nasty as it sometimes might seem to us, scavenging is a complex behavior that fills multiple roles in an ecosystem, and without it, disease transmission might be much higher too. So the next time you see a bird going hard at a roadkill buffet, know that they are just helping you out, moving nutrients along and keeping our ecosystems and planet clean and healthy. If you're a picky eater, those scavengers have a solution. After all, it can be hard to decide what to eat, and it can be just as hard to decide which language to pick up next. So Babbel has your solution for that problem. Babbel is the #1 language learning app in the world and currently offers 14 different languages to choose from. Babbel is an award-winning technology, but not the kind of technology that leaves the lessons up to robots. Babbel lessons are designed by real language language teachers without machine learning algorithms or AI. AI can't teach you slang and the context for it like Babbel's expert teachers can. With Babbel, you'll learn more than just vocab words. You'll learn about the culture, the people, and the history behind a language. And you can use what you've learned from those lessons in real-life situations after only 5 hours of practice. So if after 5 hours you change your mind from learning Turkish to Indonesian, Babbel can help you learn that language too. And since you watch SciShow, when you sign up using the link in our description down below, you'll get up to 65% off. Babbel also comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee, so you can start your language learning journey without hesitation. Thanks for watching this SciShow video, and thanks to Babbel for supporting it.